The case that I'll be dissecting is Boy Bye. Our friend Imani, a first-year college student, is looking for meaningful connections, and she is achieving this goal by going through dating apps. She is having a hard time on finding meaningful connections because most of her matches are wanting different intentions. Her friend, Jake, has indulged her to delete her socials and ghost everybody. What are the ethical dilemmas of this case? Well, the ethical dilemma of this case is ghosting good to do? The moral parameter is it is simply not. The moral issue that is important to me on why it is wrong is because it is you being dishonest. In my opinion, I believe for the connection she has made, she should get their numbers and continue furthering that connection. And for the rest, she should just text them that she will be no longer having this dating app and goodbye. And I am against the directed action Jake had intended for Imani because it leads you to a life of dishonesty. The people who would get hurt is Imani and the people who she made connections with. For the people who she made connections with, they could feel misleaded, and the similar feeling she's feeling with the matches with other guys who wanting different intentions, they're going to start to think that the attention or the goal they want in a person doesn't really exist. And if for Imani, she could lose the opportunity of finding a meaningful connection she's wanting. Now, on a utilitarian approach, it is you doing more good and you doing less harm. And in Imani's case, she is actually doing more good than she's doing harm, because even though she has to deal with the men who are wanting her for different attention, she is still finding meaningful connections that will last than any comment a man would make on her. The opposing viewpoint for this argument is you should feel free to ghost anybody, and you are free to do so. But I'm here to tell you that it is morally incorrect and it's you being dishonest. Why should you disrespect your character for somebody you have no interest in? Just simply send that person a text that you no longer want to talk to them and leave it as that. Because in Jake's case, he is actually doing more harm than good for himself. Him going through countless different women who he is essentially not finding interesting after he experiences them. Eventually, he's going to develop a reputation where he's deemed untrustworthy, and he will have a hard time developing a meaningful relationship without looking at others to fix his desire. Now, there's a huge difference with Imani's case and Jake's case. Jake's case is more as served as a hookup basis, while Imani's case is meant for finding meaningful connections. Now, for the gender roles aspect of it, I believe there shouldn't be a gender role where either a man should approach a woman or a woman should approach a man. We're both human. You should be able to communicate with each other just as like. There shouldn't be no game where a person texts you, you wait an hour for them to text back and play this cat and mouse chase game. Because if you're looking for a meaningful connection, that is not the way to find it. That is just simply a game. But overall, my opinion and standpoint on this is for her to delete social because she is overstressed and overwhelmed, especially since it's her first year in college, but should continue her meaningful connections through her number.